about Montreal? We just saw them the other night.
Whew, they're fun.
They were doing the wave in the third. Caulfield, we timed it. They played the goal horn for 16 seconds.
That's a horn.
For Caulfield's third period goal in January.
Bloody loud horn, too.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
nice.
Jumping in there, singing.
Another 3-point night for the Kapanen kid I saw last night. So,
Good.
you know,
How about
maybe
Alex
he is.
Texier?
Yeah,
Great,
Texier.
right off the frickin' scrap heap.
They know what they're doing out there.
Frenchman.
Yeah.
They and you brought up Coleman's name. I do wonder because Kent Hughes. It's been a couple of times where he's been asked like, "Oh, you know, we just going to kind of want to wait. Is it just they're one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference right now, right? It's
offensively they are. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, there are some who watch that team closer than I do, and I watch the Canadians fairly closely. You know, we all pick apart certain aspects of a game and a team and how they play. And the critics of the Montreal Canadiens keep reminding me that as good as they are, as fun as they are to watch, yeah, if their goaltending stabilizes and it looks like it's trending in that direction, there's still a defensive part of their game that's got to get cleaned up. You know, they give up too many chances. And even though they've had success against better teams this year, you can only go so far when you're trying to swap chances, right? Like you've got to develop a structure and adhere to it so that you're comfortable in the 2-1, 3-2 hockey games. And, we'll see how that part of their game, evolves moving forward. But they'd like to improve the middle of their ice. Kadri makes some sense to me, but here's why it doesn't, I believe, to Kent Hughes and management of the Montreal Canadiens. You guys watched the World Junior Championship, and you obviously saw the tournament that Michael Hage had for Canada.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
And how do you argue with that? I mean, you're looking into a crystal ball, and you're hoping that as well as he played, peer versus peer on the world stage is an indicator of what we're going to see at some point in the NHL. He still has to be, 3 years away from having a game and filling out into the man that he's going to be able to play that type of game at the NHL level. But they don't want to block this kid. They don't. They want to make sure that he's got opportunity as a second line center, worst case scenario. So I think that's why they're dabbling with some of the other players of interest like Blake Coleman.
Yeah, I talked about this with some Habs fans the other day, and we'd sort of been spitballing. Okay, Kadri's a great fit there. They need center. This Hage kid looks like a good prospect. Who has to add? What does that deal look like? After watching the World Juniors, I'm like, in 2 years, what are the odds that Nazem Kadri at 37 is better than this 21-year-old Michael Hage? I see why they might not want to part with him.
No. And I joked about this. We did the Leafs regional game last night, and I joked a bit about it in one of our intermissions. Anytime that Kent Hughes is involved in a higher level trade conversation with a manager, guess who that opposing manager asks about? Well, it's Michael Hage, right? Yeah. And I joked about, unless the Pittsburgh Penguins bottom falls out and the unthinkable happens and Sidney Crosby is actually in play, that's the only scenario whereby I think Ken Hughes and the Montreal Canadiens would take a Michael Hage trade conversation seriously. And I'm saying that chuckling as I say it because we know it's not going to happen. But this kid he's legit. He's going to be a
hell of a pick too.
Yeah.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.